Oh, hello.
Who's JonBenet?
We have a kidnapping. There's a note left in our daughter's drawer.
Someone killed this 6-year-old child. I did not kill my daughter, JonBenet.
A ransom note. A family asleep upstairs, unaware of what's coming. Hours later, a little girl's body is found inside her own home. Nearly 30 years have passed. No one has ever been charged. This is the story of JonBenet Ramsey. December 26th, 1996. In the early morning hours in Boulder, Colorado, a mother walks down the back staircase of her home and finds a handwritten note lying on the steps.
What it says will change her family's life forever. The note demands $118,000, an oddly specific number, close to a bonus her father had reportedly received that year. It claims to be from a small foreign faction, and it warns her, call the police and your daughter dies. At 5:52 a.m., she reaches for the phone. She calls 911. Her 6-year-old daughter, JonBenet, is missing. Her voice shakes as she answers the dispatcher's questions. Minutes feel like hours while she waits for help to arrive. Within minutes, patrol officers arrive on scene. It's a quiet, affluent street, the kind of neighborhood where nothing like this is supposed to happen. They knock on the front door, unaware of what waits inside. Officers move through the home, room by room. But based on the wording of the note, they believe JonBenet was taken from outside the house. So the basement is never searched, a decision scrutinized for decades. Nearly 8 hours later, her father goes down to the basement himself. Something draws him toward the utility room door. He reaches for the handle and slowly turns it.
What he finds there ends any hope of a safe return. By the time forensic technicians arrive, the damage is already done. Dozens of people had already moved through the house that morning. The scene is compromised before the investigation even begins. Investigators do what they can with what's left. The autopsy reveals 2 things. JonBenet died of strangulation, using a cord tightened with a paintbrush handle. The paintbrush came from her mother's own art kit. She'd also suffered a skull fracture, and she was reportedly still alive when the strangulation began. The ransom note becomes one of the case's central mysteries.
Forensic analysis determines it was written with paper and a pen found inside the house, meaning whoever wrote it never had to leave. Weeks turn into months. Detectives build a caseboard of leads, footprints, and unidentified DNA, but nothing connects the evidence to a single person. The case begins to stall. With no clear sign of forced entry, suspicion turns to the family itself. In 1999, a grand jury reportedly votes to indict the parents, but prosecutors ultimately decline to bring charges. The family maintains their innocence, and the investigation continues without an arrest.
Investigators also look outside the family. One local man who had visited the house days earlier had unsettling personal ties to the case and drew attention. He was investigated, but never charged. Years later, a man living just blocks from the house is arrested on unrelated charges and found carrying a photograph of JonBenet. He tells a reporter her death affected him deeply. Investigators look into him too. His DNA does not match. In 2004, the unidentified male DNA found at the scene is run against a federal database of 1.5 million violent offenders. No match.
Whoever it belongs to has never been identified. In the mid-2000s, a journalism professor begins an email correspondence with a former elementary school teacher. spanning years. A man who will eventually confess to a murder he didn't commit. Neither of them yet knows where this will lead. In 2006, that man sends a confession by email, describing details from inside the house. For a moment, it looks like the case might finally be solved.
But nothing about this story is that simple. With help from international authorities, he's tracked down and arrested in Bangkok, Thailand, where he'd been evading unrelated charges back in the United States. The arrest makes headlines within hours. But within about 18 hours, investigators confirm his DNA doesn't match, and that he wasn't even in Colorado the night of the murder. The confession falls apart. Shortly after, the district attorney steps up to a podium and issues a formal apology to the family for the years of suspicion they endured. It's a moment years in the making. New DNA analysis also officially clears the immediate family of any involvement, nearly a decade after suspicion first fell on them. But the relief doesn't last, because even that DNA evidence is later called into question. One analyst argues it may have come from contamination, found even on unworn underwear from the same batch. The field of suspects was never as narrow as it seemed. With the DNA evidence now in question, the case reopens, in a sense. Even the leads once ruled out can't be fully dismissed.
The search for answers isn't over. Today, the case remains open. Every so often, a detective pulls the file, checks it against new forensic technology, and puts it back. Over the years, the case resurfaces again and again. New theories, new documentaries, new headlines. But no arrest, no trial, no conviction. 3 suspects, confessed, implicated, or investigated. 3 cleared. 1 killer, still unnamed. And a question that still won't let go. JonBenet Ramsey's murder remains one of America's most enduring unsolved cases. Nearly 3 decades later, the house still stands.
And the truth of what happened inside it that December night is still unknown.